Today, we're raiding the vault inside of Diablo Immortal. I'm telling you everything that you need to know about it. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and there's a great shadow event that goes on inside Diablo Immortal called Raid the Vault that you need to know about. The rewards are incredible, and it's a ton of fun. Looking at it right here, you have treasures and riches that are stored in this vault. And this is dangerous because you have to go through 4 levels of the vault protected by computer-generated enemies. Plus, you can actually have real players be alarmed, sign in, and battle you for all this treasure. I'm taking you through all the steps, guys, as I learned them myself, so that when you're ready, when you reach a level 43 and you become a shadow, you'll know exactly what to do to raid the vault. So for this event, you want to party up with up to 4 people to do it. I partied up with Nemo alone. We're ready to raid the vault, and as you can see, you need a shard of living night to get in. Where do you get these shards? You get them from the contracts that you're going to be getting from the bartender. We have videos out on that as well, where we're just going through these contracts and picking up the rewards. These vaults that we're about to run into have 4 different floors. Every single floor gets more and more difficult until you reach a final boss at the end of the final floor. Now you can see the resources that you can pick up along the way. You're going to be getting yourself a bunch of gold and a bunch of honor that if you defeat the vault, you get to keep. And what's stopping you are the NPCs, are the characters that are created by the game, the demons that are protecting it. But if you sound the alarm, well, then you're in trouble, because up to 4 immortals will be summoned, and they're actually like real people. They're not just computer generated. They will come in to protect their vault so you can't steal their loot. And as you can see, Nemo and I are working together on this. We're pulling together all the enemies, then we're using the area of effect damage to take them down. As you can see, it's working out very well, but we are only on level 1. Now you can see over on the left, it says raid the vault, floor 1 of 4. We're stealing the Essentia and we're killing the guards. Essentia are basically all of the resources that we're going to steal from this. You want to get 100%. Now along the way, you'll notice that there are these red nodes. That's going to be your health nodes, where you can gain health from taking them down and basically opening them up. And you're also going to be able to find chests along the way, which can give you honor, gold, and of course more Essentia. What we're doing here is just working together as a team to take these guys down, and notice there is no timer on this at all. You basically are going to have 4 levels of this dungeon, I guess you can call it, when really it's a vault, and you're going to just go one at a time. Now I'm coming back. We're going to get some of the healing pool, heal ourselves up, and then continue on. There is no rush until you get those bad guys, not the guardians, but the ones that will sound the alarm. You're going to get to see them pop up on the map, and I'll be sure to point that out to you so you can know exactly what they look like, because you really don't want them to sound the alarm. If you can get through a vault without the alarm being sounded, well, then you'll never have to deal with the immortals, and you'll just have to deal with these guards along the way, which makes it a much easier task for you. When you look at the map right on top where it says the vault, you can very clearly see everything that's there. You can see the health nodes, you can see the chests that are there for you to open, you can see your teammate that you're working with, which is the blue dot on the screen, and you can see the exit to the vault. So this is going to be the first level of the vault, and in this one, I have to tell you, Nemo and I, we did purposefully summon an immortal so that you guys would get to see what it looks like. Now, it's random whether you get 1, 2, 3, or 4 immortals. It could be anything. Now, at the end of your zone, you're going to want to stand on these squares in the ground, and once you're both standing on the squares, you will teleport yourself to the next level, which is where we're going right now. And the percentage above our head, that is the amount of loot or Essentia that we've actually picked up. It's not the damage that we did, but it's the actual Essentia, I believe, that we've picked up. It doesn't have to do with damage, I don't think. Here we go. I'm rallying them all together again. Now, you're going to have your different combat tactics, right? You're going to do what works for you. For me, I love doing the area of effect, and being able to use draw and quarter and pull everything in together and then get that attack on, well, it really does work out nice, and I'm happy to do that. Very happy to do that, actually. And then we got Nemo with his area of effect damage as well. Now, there we go. Right there on the screen, you will see it. I got to chase him down. We're going after him right now. The Warden is what is going to sound the alarm. You'll notice on the map above, when there is a Warden, he will be in blue, and it will tell you that, look at it, in the circle in blue, up there on the map. You want to make sure that you check that out and that you don't miss him, because if you do, he's going to sound the alarm and you're going to have to deal with real players, the Immortals. Lucky for Nemo and I, we were able to take down those Guardians and we were able to continue moving on without calling in any Immortals. Now, if you do happen to call in the Immortals and you defeat them, more Immortals will not be called. You won't have to deal with that any longer. So you can basically go through the rest of these floors without having to worry about summoning any Immortals. So you can kind of just go through, take down the bad guys, dominate, get all the rewards, and have some fun while you're doing it. But here's another one, another Warden trying to escape, trying to ring that bell. Now notice they are carrying that bell in their hand. Pretty cool looking character, I have to say, but you want to chase them down, and they're quick too, so I had to hop on my horse to get this one. We didn't want to summon the Immortals just yet, but like I said, we do, and it happens quickly. Now, when you are ready to summon the Immortals, or when you're ready to let a Warden call in the Immortals, make sure that you and your teammates both have your ultimate abilities ready. As you can see, mine is ready right there. It's that downward looking sword. That shows that my super is ready to go, or my ultimate. Nemo has his as well. So when those Immortals do come, you want to have them ready to go, pop it right on them, because they're strong. They're Immortals for a reason, and you want to beat them so that you can become the Immortals. Remember, in this game, you want to be Immortals. You want to be on the wall of Immortals. You want to have the statue in Westmarch. You really want to have the glory that comes along with being an Immortal. But to do it, you have to defeat them in a variety of different events. Raiding the vault is a way that you could take advantage of them, steal their loot so they don't get all of those benefits for themselves. We don't want those Immortals to just start getting greedy. But we're going to move on right now to the 3rd floor of the vault. Pushing on through, and notice that the floors are getting a little bit bigger. You're also getting to see different enemies in the different stages. Now, we are going to have more Wardens as well. I called them Guardians before, but they're actually called Wardens that are going to be trying to summon Immortals to kind of protect. I'll be honest, at this point in time, it didn't seem that difficult to stop the Warden. I felt confident that I was going to be able to go through and stop all of the Wardens before they sounded that alert bell, so that no one would have ever been alerted. Now, for me, as an Immortal, if I were an Immortal, right now I'm playing as a Shadow, of course, but if I were an Immortal, I should get a notification to my phone or my device saying, your vault is being attacked, log on now to protect it. And then you'd be able to hop in and do that, which would be really darn cool. I don't know if it would, I could probably set it to alert even if I wasn't in the game, but if I was in the game, I would definitely want to. Now look, it says, Wardens, don't let them sound the alarm. But Nemo and I believe it's coming very soon that we actually do let them sound that alarm. One of them was taken down there, but more are coming. And when they do sound the alarm, and if Immortals do come to protect, it will be clear and shown on the screen that the Immortals are here and they are ready to protect their vault. Now, it's also worth mentioning to you, that I didn't mention it earlier, that the vault is not always available. First of all, you need that resource that I mentioned before we got in here, the ticket to get into the vault. Here we go. Immortals have entered the vault. Now it's about to go down, because only one Immortal did enter, though, I have to say. And where is that Immortal? I'm looking at the map right now to try and see where he comes up. It's sometimes very difficult to see them. It's a monk. There it is. There's the Immortal. But we took it down with our supers so quickly. I mean, that was it. One Immortal could not handle us two Shadows. Plus, we both had our supers intact and ready to go. So really, it wasn't very fair. When these are actually real players, because at this point in time, these are NPCs. No one that is a true person is actually an Immortal yet, because we are in the closed alpha right now. But after this first round, some of the best will be upgraded and become Immortals, which will be incredible. And then when someone gets called, when someone gets summoned by the Wardens, that's right, Then you'll be actually dealing with some real players, which are going to be a heck of a lot more difficult. But my goal is to become an immortal now when it's something that's a little bit more attainable, just so I can show you all of the benefits that are going to come from being one of those immortals. Now, these vaults usually take approximately 15, maybe probably 15 minutes is a good amount of time that you would expect to spend going through this. So make sure that you're going through at a time when you have that time put aside to jump in. This is not a quick 5-minute thing where you're going to hop on in, go beat up some people and get some rewards. And the last thing you want to do is go AFK, because it's not easy to get the tickets to get on into the vault. You need to go and run those contracts to get them. And remember, you could only run 5 different contracts per week, which essentially means you could only raid the vault 5 different times per week. And the vault is not always open. So depending on your server time, your vault is closed typically during the times of the evening where you would be sleeping. So for me, in the, as we're calling it, the content creator server, although it's not really just a content creator server, in my bedtime, so I don't even know what the time zone was, but basically in the time of the day or the time of the night where I would be sleeping, you can't enter the vault. And this is great. This prevents from people being able to take advantage of vault raids while other people are actually sleeping. So 2 a.m., I won't be getting notifications saying someone's raiding my vault. It's going to wake me up and I'm going to have to get up and play to protect it. It's more doable. It's during the day, hours that an average person would actually be awake. Then you could go into the vault, and it just makes for a better gaming experience for most people. Here we go, onto the 4th floor. Take on those final enemies, as well as the final boss of the vault. Let's go get it done. As you can see, the enemies are changing as we go as well. They're getting more difficult, they're getting stronger, and of course, we have those chests. They are the secured chests, which after you take down a bunch of these bosses or a bunch of these enemies, these guardians, they're actually not that secure, because all you do is click a button and they will open themselves up. But they are going to give you the rewards that you want and that you've worked for to get everything that you need to actually get into the vault in the first place. Now we have this shielded guardian, difficult. I find get around back of him and he's not so difficult, whereas shield is no longer there. Or area of effect damage obviously will work. Notice we have honor and gold sitting right there. And also notice in the raid the vault pop out on the left hand side, it says there's 18% of in the vault left, and we've stolen 82% of the resources from this vault. Notice we're checking every single corner to make sure that we didn't miss out on anything. Once we get to 100%, that means we've stolen every single drop of resource that this vault has to offer, and that the immortals were not able to protect it, neither were the guardians or anything that were in here. So what we're looking at here is actually a PvE, a player versus environment, and a PvP event, which is really cool. Is it straight up PvP, you versus other people? No, it's actually not. That's more like what the battlegrounds, what I'm expecting from the battlegrounds, although I haven't yet dove into the battlegrounds yet myself. I'm going to be doing that very soon in a video for you guys as well. But that's more of the player versus player, I think. I'll let you know soon. This here is like a raid. It's like a dungeon raid, but that can implement some real players as well, which is a really fun twist on it that I'm looking forward to participating in at least 5 times a week, right? We get 5 opportunities to jump on into these vaults. I'm going to take as many as I can get. I'm also going to be working on my 5 contracts every single week. That way I can get basically doing everything to the most potential. So it's going to be 5 contracts a week. 5 vaults a week, I believe. We're going to be doing 12 contracts per day. This is the grind that the game has to offer just to collect your rewards to maximize your benefit from playing this game. And of course, we're going to be grinding our battle pass as well because, well, we know that we want all of those rewards. But now the final boss is upon us. Defeat him and we defeat the vault. Notice right now we're at 93.4%, and there he is, the solo red dot. It's the treasury guard, who cannot handle what he has to right now. He cannot take the scrappy wizard and the Echo Crusader. I mean, I'm telling you guys, the Crusader, I think, is inching its way above my love for the Barbarian. I know you would have never expected to hear me say that, but it's actually happening. By the way, if you like Diablo Immortal and you want to know literally everything about the game as I learn it and bring it to you, this is the channel you should be subbed to, because we are Diablo Immortal. We are the Diablo Immortal community. So you guys have to be part of it. And if you want to be part of it on an even deeper level, come on through the Discord server. It's the pinned comment down below, as well as in the description of the video. So come on through. All right, so this guard, notice we have a couple of bars of health, so it takes quite a beating, but we have to, you know, working together, it's not going to be the biggest deal. It wasn't the hardest part of this. That was probably the Immortal, which was the Immortal Monk dropping on in, which those Immortals could be a little difficult to see. When you're in the heat of the moment, it's sometimes difficult to see where they are, so you're going to want to pop your ultimate and just start hacking and slashing like crazy so that nothing gets past you. Kind of like I'm doing right now to the Treasury Guard, making sure we grab a few health globes along the way because we need health, right? Nemo keeping back a little bit at a distance with his ranged character, his ranged wizard, and me trying to get right on top of the guard. That way I can do a little bit of tanking and get my DPS, because I am not as much of a ranged character as Nemo is with his wizard. Hence the different character classes. But here it is, about to go down. We're about to defeat this treasury. And there it is, all of the Essentia. It's all taken down. There's 2% that we're missing, and there is some Essentia right there on the ground. 1.8% we're missing, and I believe it's because there's one more chest right up top, which we have right here, the final secured chest. Now, we are going to show you guys in a second the rewards that you get and what we actually stole here. We stole 100%, but what is 100%, right? What is actually 100% of what was in this vault? We're going to see real soon. As you can see, the final numbers over my and Nemo's heads. Nemo with 56.8 and me with 43.2 for a total of 163,000 gold, 250 honor. Now, when you want to leave the vault, there's actually a button that's hard to see right up there next to the map. Click on that button. It looks like a door with an arrow, and you will be ejected from the vault. Raid is complete. Those are the rewards that we grabbed. Successful raid, in my opinion. And you'll also get yourself a mail telling you exactly the results from raiding the vault. There we go, Essentia stolen, 415. My friends, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is such a great feature inside of the game that I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on. Remember, you need to be a level 43 inside of the game before you can apply to become a shadow. Before that, you're grinding your way through, trying to make your way to that point in the game. But once you hit 43, become a shadow and start participating in these amazing events. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be back here tomorrow with another one, and you never know, maybe even a live stream as well. So if you want to follow me on Twitch or keep it locked right here, I live stream to both. Have a great day, guys, and be good.